Right, everything should be up to code and working as intended. What's good shit. Hopefully things should be fine. Frame should be good as well, so when we switch it shouldn't lag at all. Let's give this a wee test and see how things are faring. Nice, good enough. What's happening? It's game day. Match day 2, we're up against Hibs. Don't really need to add much more than that. It's Hibs. They beat us last time. We want to probably redeem ourselves, and more importantly today we're going to want to redeem ourselves in a goal scoring way, because we're getting to that tail end now and goal difference could genuinely be a factor with basically with the way the things have played out. Obviously everyone knows what happened last week. There were a couple of interesting games for those that didn't see and want a little bit of a rundown of the first post-split fixtures. It kind of went as you would expect with the exception of one game. I mean, Hibs bottled it, they Hibsed it against Hearts. That's probably the nicest way to say it. 2 red cards in that game basically gave the Jambos 3 points in that one. They scored late on. Celtic get pretty much what they expected out of the game against Falkirk. A pretty tough test, but managed to get the job done 3-1 in that one. And the surprising one was obviously Motherwell taking down Rangers in the last minute, which was fucking hilarious. But at the same time, it's only going to give Rangers a bit more of a gumption to get the job done. And of course, with the way that things work out, if we beat Hibs today, it opens up a few interesting dynamics, let's say, for the rest of the games that play out, especially over the next. Well, I mean, tomorrow's a very important one, but next week is massive. Obviously, with it being the Glasgow derby. Obviously, if Rangers and Hearts draw, it's best case scenario, because it basically opens the door for Celtic to still be able to draw next week and it not be detrimental to the season. But ideally, you want to just kick on and win, right? There's no bullshit, no faff, no fuss. You want to just get the 3 points, get across the line and kick on from there and put the pressure on either Hearts or Rangers, whichever team we're fighting out for on the last day. It was certainly going to be factored in from this match day and the next match day. These two are the crucial ones, especially if you're looking at it from any of the top three's perspective. But again, from his perspective, there's still a lot to play for. They win today, they're 3 points behind Motherwell with a few games to go. We know that they still have to play each other, so it could be a very major turning point for Hibs as well if they want to chase down European football. So it's not as if they're going to lie down to us today. I know there's been a lot of talk and amongst the Rangers fans and all that as well about the potential of Hibs just lying down, but they don't do that against us, especially at Easter Road. They tend to give us a bit of an interesting one. But the one factor is that any time Martin O'Neill comes to Easter Road, we don't lose. So it's one of those, you know what I mean? But we'll shout out everyone that's in chat. Nice to see everyone that's in Old Madrid. Nice to see you, my guy. Likewise with you guys, first in. Nice to see you as always, Chief. Hope you're enjoying yourself. It's an interesting one to see a Rangers fan that's up early for a kick-off, but nonetheless, it's good to have you in chat, my guy. Hope you're well, hope you're enjoying yourself. 7 PM kick-off in Australia. Oh, here we go, man. At least you get to enjoy the kind of tail off of if we lose, get pushed, right? Like, it's not that bad. It's a bit too early to justify doing that here for most people, so we're just going to have to hang firm and hope for the best, essentially. Nice to see you as always, Chateau, our Canadian counterpart. Hope you're doing well. I mean, there you go. It's the fucking polar opposite swings of both countries, right? 7 PM in Australia, 7 AM in Canada. So, well, just shows you how important this game is if you've got fans from all across the globe checking in to see how it's going. Glasgow is forever green. As it stands right now, we're doing what we can. But, as we said, we kind of need to win the day. So we'll flip screen so you can get a little gander at what we're working with, because of course, as you would expect, Hibs have to change a few things, because like we touched on, they did get 2 red cards in the last match, so there's a few changes that you might recognise in this team, but for the most part, Hibs are pretty much as you would expect them to be, set with that flat 5. I know it looks like a flat 3, but it is not. It is a flat 5. Megwa and Karen will push forward to kind of make it a condensed midfield 5 when necessary, especially more or less when they're defending. But if they're under the cosh for a lot of the game, you would expect Megwa and Karen to drop back a little bit. But the rest of the team, you would expect it to pretty much operate as it did in the last match against Hearts, where they were very good before they got recorded. They were arguably the better side. They got the opening goal off of that Martin Boyle that Martin Boyle goal, but the cross for the goal was fucking beautiful. But obviously, well, I think it was Salinger, right, that just did not cover himself in glory with that mistake, and he's well, I was going to say in his box, but technically outside of it when he caught it. But their team is pretty much as you would expect. Jordan Smith starts in between the sticks. Ardale, Bashiri and O'Hara is their 3 centre-backs. No real changes there. Newell and Chaiwa are their 2 holding midfielders, with Karen and Mekwa basically playing the other side, but as we just touched on, they'll play depending on what's necessary at the time. They've got Jamie McGrath starting as their central attacking midfielder, with Owen Elding and Martin Boyle as their 2 striking options. The ones to watch in this one, if you're looking across the team, I would probably say that would be Chaiwa and more or less Martin Boyle. That man loves to get in an interesting goal every now and then. He's kind of popped up with a few of them in recent match days too, so it'll be interesting to see how this one works out. But Hibs are kind of trailing a little bit in terms of form. They've not picked up the wins where they've needed to. But Celtic's team is a team that I actually don't mind. Now keep in mind, it's the rotatory winger system, so it's not necessarily as it's set here, but the rest of the team is pretty much as you would expect. It's Sinisalo in between the sticks, Trusty and Scales as our two centre-back pairings with Tierney and Johnston as our full-back, so it's nice to have Johnston fully fit starting for this one. Arn is holding that right-hand side of the midfield with McGregor playing on the left, with Benji Boy starting as our central attacking midfielder through the middle, and of course, as we just touched on there, Tenekte and Yang will be starting either side of the wings, with Maeda playing as our central man, but keep in mind it's the rotary system. Most likely it will be, Tenekte on that left-hand side, and Yang on the right is the predominant kind of starting formation, with Maeda playing as a central man up front. That seems to be the more reasonable kind of course of play, so that's what we're working with in that sense too. And if you want a little look at the benches, you can have a wee gander there, I suppose, as usual, just so that you can see the whole thing. But realistically, yeah, a couple of options that both teams can rely on. If you're looking across, you'd probably say Dane Scarlett and Josh Campbell could be some interesting shouts for Hibs. And if you're looking at our side, we can rely on a few decent options. And Iacho off the bench is always an interesting one. Sriracha is pretty good if Tierney gets tired as well. Rio and Forrest are always good options as well. So again, certainly you'd say on paper Celtic are the stronger team. It's nice to have a few key players back fit, but we still have to get a job done. It's definitely going to be an interesting match to see how it plays out, because like I said, we'll have a little look at the table if you want a little gander at it anyway. It's pretty interesting, because like we touch on, best case scenario for us is that we pick up a few points today, get the win, that's the kind of minimum, but more importantly, on top of all of it, make sure that there's a few goals to factor into it, because goal difference could be an interesting one for this. And yeah, we're kind of making sure that we're in the fight. If we get 2 or 3 today, that would be nice. That's why my prediction's kind of similar to last week's. I think it should be very similar in a lot of aspects, so we just kind of have to make sure that if worst comes to worst, we don't fuck it entirely, right? I mean, man, it's going to be an intense game at the very least. Easter Road's definitely going to be packed out for this one, because again, it's not as if they have got nothing to play for themselves. If they get after a decent start like they did in the last match, they'll certainly back their chances. I think that's probably fair to say. And again, it always opens up the door. Like we said, there's the table right there. Hibs win, they're back in the kind of hunt for European football. It's fair to say that Falkirk are pretty much done and dusted, unless they kind of just go on an absolute mad lad winning run and just fucking storm the rest of it. But that doesn't really seem likely, let's be honest. So the top 4 are pretty much fine out for what is necessary. I mean, Motherwell didn't really do too good against Falkirk, even with that 1-0 win for Falkirk. They didn't really do too much in terms of getting themselves into a league position that's half decent. So but we'll read out the lineups one last time before everything goes. Just make sure there's no issues here. Audio is fine, everything else should be good as well. I don't know what you're seeing, guys, but the way it's packed out from my view. I don't think Celtic ever do that. We always pack out the away end. We do love a trip to Easter Road. I just realised one of them's holding a child. I mean, that's nice and all, but why is he holding a child? Hibs introducing their new striker signing very early to the fucking game. Like, fair enough, man. That's cute in some ways, though. I can't fault it. Yeah, the away end is absolutely stacked out. You can say Easter Road as a whole is probably about 75%. But the away end has got not a single fucking seat missing. Let the fight go on as the tifo. It kind of makes sense. Let's just oh, you're winning a car from his mother, Jesus Christ. Well, that's an interesting fucking way to... That is incredible. Fair enough, David. Can't argue with that. Well, for those that are coming in, nice to see you. Hope yous are well. Let's have a little rundown of the lineups for those that are just joining us. If you would like a rundown, or for those that just missed it in general. For Hibs, let's have a little look at them. It's Smith in between the sticks. Iredale, Bashiri and O'Hara as their three centre backs. Megwa, Chaiwa, Newell and Cadden as their midfield four, although keep in mind Megwa and Cadden will drop back to be more or less back five partnerships, so alongside O'Hara and Iredale if necessary. McGrath playing as a central attacking midfielder in between them. In the meantime, however, and Martin Boyle in a wing Elding as their two striking options. For us, it's about what you would expect, with the exception of maybe just a slight tweak to the wings, but Sinisalo starts in between the sticks. Kieran Tierney and Johnston as our two full backs, with Scales and Trusty as our centre back pairings. We've got Arnold McGregor in the midfield as you would expect, and Benji Boy playing through in the middle as you would also expect. But on the wings, slight switch up today, but you would imagine it would be Tenecti on the left, Yang on the right, and Daizen Maeda starting centrally through the middle, and pretty much confirmed there as well that that is pretty much the case. But keep in mind, with the way Celtic system works, we like to rotate the wingers if necessary, especially when we have Yang on the pitch, because he likes to dribble on both sides. So predominantly expect to see Tenecti on the left, but every now and then you'll see him make a wee dance towards the right and see what's happening. Well, a few Hibs fans are definitely, I'm not even sure how they would feel for this game, right? Because on one hand they would obviously like to win the game, right? Beating Celtic in any circumstance is always a decent result, but it would come at the expense of basically throwing away the biggest, or at least closest competitor right now, I would say, to Hearts, obviously with the exception of Rangers win tomorrow, because that game has got to, it's going to carry a lot of fucking weight, right? Especially depending on what happens here. So as long as we have a half decent performance, it's all we can hope for. My fingers are crossed that we get something decent. We have kicked off here, I should clarify that. But I'm just waiting for the stats to kind of pop up. We're just moving the ball around the back line now, which is calm enough. If Trusty can keep it on the deck, that's calm. Also calm, Sinisalo, fair enough. Skills will shift it. Again, we're just looking not to cause ourselves any early pressure here. We can keep them off. That's not full. I think that's a bit soft. Chaiwa just kind of flops down to the ground there. Maybe there was a push on the back or something that I didn't see, but Hibs don't mind. Take the foul quickly. Iredale tries to funnel it forward, but very quickly Celtic win it back. Nice little ball forward for Johnston, and Celtic retain it calm enough. We're aware that an early start could be very crucial in this one. There we go. The starts things there, so we can pop that up so you can get a little gander at it. There will be Hibs fans wanting a draft. For a laugh, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. Because the way that the game might work out tomorrow, it might be a very similar story, right? Celtic's best case scenario, right, mathematically, is if we beat Hibs today, and obviously Rangers and Hibs draw tomorrow, it kind of opens up the possibility, at the very least, where even if Hibs win next week, it means that Celtic don't necessarily need to beat Rangers to stay in the title fight. Which is why I kind of have the prediction down at us scoring 1 or 2 extra goals here today, because realistically goal difference could be a factor, and we'll need that heading into the last match day. Because obviously if Hearts are the ones that are at top, then you know, chances are we're probably going to need those extra goals. If you head into that last match day and there's like a goal difference of about 5, then that's fine, because it means 3 goals. You can technically win the league that way, but that entails us being a bit more switched on. And even though we found our form in the last few games, it has taken us a while to find that goal scoring rhythm, so the quicker we can start this one the better, especially with how good Hibs can technically be on quick counter attacks. The only reason they kind of got cheese last time out was because they were pretty much silenced with 10 men from the 10th minute. They won't be looking to make the same mistakes here, but Celtic have got early possession of the ball and more importantly good control of it. Nice little switch from Scales. Just keeps it on the deck, calm enough, and nice. Tenecti will just drive at his man, as you would expect. He is most likely just going to stick out on the left hand side as much as possible. And there's already a clear intent for Celtic on that high line press, because Yang's anchored Iredale on that far side, and it's also forcing Carden to drop back alongside them. It's just given the Celtic midfielders a wee bit more space than David Gray would probably like. But for now, don't think he'll be too fussed by it, especially if we're going backwards. Scales just pops it back to Trusty on a 1-2. Sent forward to Yang, played short. Could be a quick switch here, but Negrin opts to just hold it off, see if he can find any easy options. Don't necessarily mind that move. Very calm, good pass. although he's going to be put under a bit of needless pressure there tonight, so he's just forcing the ball back. I'll wait for a few more people to come in the chat before I'll do polls and things like that, David. I think it makes sense. If there's only like 15-20 odd people, then I don't think I'll give you too much a rundown. Maybe once there's a few more neutrals at least anyway, because every Celtic fan's going to be like, Hearts win! Because I don't think anyone in their heart would like to say the Rangers win. Think of your neutral best case as a draw. They went forward for Euro football and they can't even fill their stadium. It is a bit of a sad one in a few aspects. You would have expected them to kind of go all out and just kind of had to hold my tongue there because it was a half chance for us, but some good defending for Hibs. They managed to escape from the edge here. Managed to force a throw in at the very least, so they won't be too disappointed with that. Again, Celtic will just want to try and minimise chances for them. That's a good press from Maeda. Smith just about gets it away, but puts his defender on a little bit of pressure. Celtic do win the ball back in a really great area as well. Celtic have got into the box. Good chance. Celtic should score here. It's a shot that just gets instantly blocked. What the fuck was that, Benji boy? We all do respect, son. Had plenty of time to figure out and he still manages to find this Hibs defender. That's impressive, and once again it's Maeda doing what's needed. He just kind of pops back in and wins it. It's a nice little ball through from Yang, and yeah, Negron just kind of waits a half second too late to pull it on his foot. It's a little bit behind him as well. In fairness, I suppose you can give him that, but maybe should have done a wee bit better to at least force a save out the goalkeeper. The only part of Easter Road that's fully packed out is the away end as well, touching on earlier. It's not completely desolate at Easter Road, it's certainly been emptier for games against us in the past, but kind of in agreement with Watchalong, if you're chasing European football you'd probably expect the stadium to be packed out. Even Falkirk were able to kind of do that to some degree, and they're just happy to be in the top six. That's a good switch for Sinisalo. He's going to put Scales under a bit of pressure. The first touch has to be decent when it is. In fairness, Celtic do try and play out quickly and it's not going to work out either. They'll just be there to steal it, and some pressure for Celtic, but it'll just be popped back in the end, very calmly in the end, towards Smith. Pass was a wee bit behind the virtual, you're not wrong. In real time it looked like he just kind of dragged his shot, but said as much when I seen the replay. It did just kind of bobble up behind them a tiny bit. Still should have done a wee bit better to at least force something out the keeper, but we'll just put it down to early chances. Maybe he's not switched on. If that comes to him in the 65th, 70th minute, he bags it every time. Is he on side there? For now the flag does stay down, so Maeda's got through and he's going to fucking sky it. Okay, it's one of those games, it seems to be. If he's on side, that's fucking bad. He's been brilliant over the last few matches. That he is, oh god, he's miles on side. He should have fucking scored. He was literally one-on-one with the fucking goalkeeper and he decides to just rugby punt it. It's a great ball for McGregor, man. It's an absolutely great touch for Maeda to take it down as well. That's the disappointing part, because it's beautiful play, then that's the end result. It's, oh, come on, man. Should have done a way bit better. At least get it on target. That's two real big chances in, 8 minutes? This is what I'm saying, we need that early goal for the sake of confidence, because if we keep doing this for fucking 70, 80 minutes, then it's just going to get more and more stressful. We need that goal and we need it soon. Got to say, big miss. Trusty kind of pops a high line out from the back. That's not going to be a full referee surely, but it is given, fair enough. we win this game, you want Rangers to win tomorrow. Why? I don't know if you were in here a few minutes ago, but mathematically, best thing is that they draw. It gives Celtic more options next week. But that entails that we get the job done here, although Hibs have just broken into the box off a decent cross in from said foul, but the second ball in isn't necessarily too great. They do get a shot away from range, but it's further off target than Maeda's was, and that was miles off, so that should tell you just how bad it was. Not exactly ideal from Cadden, but at least they tried to get something away. Gibbs credit for that much. That's awkward. Hibs got a wee touch in the way anyway, so it should be a throw in, although they're appealing it. Can't seem too disheartened at what I've seen so far, but it's reminded me of a lot of games this season where the play is brilliant. We can't really fault the way we're getting into the box. We're just not taking the chances when they come. We really need to kind of up the ante when it comes to that specifically. Saying that you're bottled it when you're a point behind this is quite stupid, to be honest with you guys, because if you win both your games, you're on top by like 3 points. You're still more than alive. It's the same as Celtic, but we realistically need to get a draw and a win in the next 2 games minimum. That's a decent ball from Trusty. Actually, if he can find a more open lane, he should take that. Nice, Cam. Played out towards Johnston. He's got the overlap of Yang if he needs it. Uses it quickly, pop back into space. McGregor. Very comfortable game for the skipper so far. Nice little switch into space. Sneaker in, just does the right thing, pops it back out towards Scales. Blonde to Strawberry Blonde. The 1 or 2 exchanges, tail on the internet tests, funnel out to Scales. That's actually a really good run for the Irishman. He'll go for range this time, and I don't know what it is with people trying to shoot miles over the bar, but every shot for the past 5 minutes has done exactly that. If this was rugby, fantastic, boys. Unfortunately, it's the wrong fucking sport. Please stop. Please. I respect it for the simple fact that it's a defender that's having a crack for range, but we need to be a bit more attackively inclined, let's say. We really need to fucking up it. Guys, do you know how many times this season you've been like pessimistic about your team just for them to still be in the title fight anyway? You said this when you were like 15 points behind. Being a point off is not that bad. I always find that stupid. You literally just do the job tomorrow, you're still in the fight, and pretty much like you're about a point off of Hearts at that point. And beat Celtic the next week, you catch up with us and you're ahead in goal difference. Like it's a bit of a silly one, to be honest. It's a different story if you lose to Hearts. You got a point against them, theoretically you're still alive, but it means you would need to be perfect for the rest of the season. But the last time he's played against them, what score did it end? It was like, what, 4-2, if I remember right, so Rangers are one of the few teams that have Hearts' number. Same way that Motherwell have had Rangers' kind of number, or, I mean, who's been our fucking caveat this season? You could take your pick, honestly. Dundee, both of them. It's a good bit of pressing from us. That's decent, yeah, keep the throw in. As it is, there we go, we'll take that. Quickly taken and then pop back into space. It should just go to Scales here. I was hoping that we would have done a bit more with that and try and press it. Nice little pop into space. Here we go, Scales run it again. He's getting a lot of touches out of the defenders. He's certainly getting the most, which is really ironic given the fact he's a central defender and not even a fullback. That pass is a bit slack, so Sinisalo should gather it calm enough though. It's a good sweeping pass if the touch is decent. The touch is really fucking good, but the ball isn't. Wait, hold on a second, there might be a chance still. Oh, there was a half shout for penalty, still in the box, still dangerous shot, deflected, bounced, still not cleared, bounces again. Blocked by Hibs this time, fuck's sake, McGregor. Lovely wee cut back, lays it off to the edge of the area, there might be another shot. No, that one's laid off as well, and now McGregor loses out, and apparently a free kick's been given on the edge of the area. That is insane. The fuck? I don't know if the keeper made a banging save or if there was a really good blocking amongst that, but Celtic honestly probably should have got another shot away. They don't get clipped there. I mean, he does get tripped, it is a foul. I don't think it's intentional, he kind of stumbles into it on 100%, but the original, it's just Yang doesn't get the ball away in time, and yeah, it's a good save for the keeper. My wonder is if Smith had kind of clipped Maeda. Nah, he won the ball fair and square. But we have a set piece in a very good area, so we can do damage with that. That's not even be the home. Well, I mean, I suppose that's fair, but think about the amount of games he got lucky in. It's so hard to tell if Maeda actually gets tripped there or not. It looks like he gets the ball, and then in that angle it looks like he catches him. Like if there's a... Oh, actually, hold up. I mean, it's a dodgy one, to be honest, but nonetheless, we're going to move on with it. I'm setting the free kick up as I'm now. Definitely seen those ones given. For now, set piece in a very good area. If we want to do damage, this would be the type of territory you could do it in, right outside the box. It's in that territory for a good whippage. It's straight off the wall though. Seems to be the theme of our fucking game so far. Take a shot, Hibs defender blocks it. And any time the Hibs defender doesn't block it, it's 50 yards above the fucking ball. Like, we need to do better with shot chances here, man, because this is getting annoying now. Any other team in the top four would have scored at least one goal off of this. This is... Nah, Watchalong, I don't think it is a penalty, mate. As much as I'd like to agree with you, he does get the ball. It's because Maeda steps into it as well. I think that's what the commentators were saying as well. It's like he's trying to buy it, and in some ways he is. I can get why it wasn't given, although it's a bit annoying because, yeah, most other teams would probably get that call. But still in a very good position here. That's a nice ball forward. Negrin, just shoot. No, instead he goes for a nice wee pass across the face of the box and he passes it into the 6. But right, this is what I'm talking about, man. We've been in this box about 7 fucking 8 different times, and every time you have taken the wrong fucking choice. Why would you try and square it across the face there? You know that he's offside. You can use your fucking eyes, lad. Still tries to go for the pass anyway. You should have cut it back. Fuck's sake, there's another really stupid error on the attacking front. Can you actually get out your arses now, man? Fucking hell. Same 2 free fucking things on loop. Oh, we get into the box and then we'll just hit it. Not even fucking doing that, man. And it's straight into the first fucking contact green and white Hibs shirt that you see. Can you just take a bit of fucking extra time and care, making sure the final pass is decent? Because you're sure slow enough on the fucking build up. So back to Sinisalo. Actually a really nice chest touch in fairness. Can't argue with that. I have to disagree, Virtual. I don't know if we're seeing the same challenge or not, but I mean, Smith comes out, gets a touch on the ball, Maeda leans in, and then goes down under the pressure on the back. Like, there is contact 100%. That's why I was like, huh. It depends on what angle you see, but he does get something on the ball, which is better than nothing. If he doesn't get anything at all on the ball, sure, you've got an argument, but it's one of those ones. Just depends on the referee. Like I said, we've seen them given, we've seen them not. Tenecti's going to try and roll this one forward though. That's a nice little bit of hold up play. That's nice actually, really good to get it in his space, although it's kind of rushed in at the end. Again, that final pass is lacking from us, although Iredale not really doing too much with his pass either. That's a bit of a late one. That might be a call coming out here. I mean, Hibs have a tendency to do this, man. They're putting themselves under needless pressure here. McGrath kind of comes in heavy, fucking handed to catch Johnston. It is a definite fault. Not a doubt in my mind about that one. Not really sure what to make of the opening stint of this match. It's got to be said. A couple of good chances for us. Haven't really taken anything. faulty penalty appeals. It's definitely. See if the studs are up for this one. Oh fuck it! No, to be fair, actually, this is it depends on what angle you see. If the referee goes to the monitor and looks at that, that's a red card. In real time, I thought he didn't put his studs up. It looked like it just kind of caught him on the top of the foot. No, that's studs and all, bro. That you have to go and fucking. That's a red card, bro. I'm sorry, but based on the red cards that we've seen given, 100% needs to be. He's going to have a look. Yeah, this could be a red card, right? We might have been slightly fucked over on the penalty, maybe. I still honestly don't know. You'd have to see the reverse angle to be 100% sure. But this is a bit more on the nose because, again, it looks in real time. Let's see. And that angle there, it doesn't look that bad. But once you see that angle, it's studs on the top of the ankle. Johnston's just been taken out of the game there. That's a red. It's a high-risk challenge, man. And it could be dangerous because Johnston's foot's planted. That's going to be a red. There's no way it's not. Based on the way I've seen fucking calls given this game, and it looks like the referee that looks like McTominay's dad is going into his pocket, and a red card is coming out for Hibs. It's a bit of a shocker from Hibs. They should have learned for the last match not to do this shit. But for the second game straight, before they've even really reached the 20-minute mark, they've got a man sent off. It's a definite red, 100%. And that just shows their intentions for the rest of the season. And gives us a good incentive to go for goal difference. Like I said, now would be the fucking time. Can we capitalise? Stop missing sitters now, boys. It should be pretty straightforward for here. But yeah, no, it's a red card for Hibs. Celtic forever. Jamie McGrath's been sent off for a kind of stud challenge on the top of Johnston's ankle. And more importantly, a decent set piece to follow suit that we could do potential damage with. Let's see where this one's swung in. And decent ish area. It's bobbled around. For fuck's sake again, man. Can we get the shot away? Blocked again. Fuck. I just want one of these shots to not hit a Hibs player. Can that happen? Like that? Can that be a possibility? That'd be fantastic. Looks like we're going to try and take a quick corner, but we've switched Tierney on it. Well, that means it's an in-swinger. Corner swung in, popped up, and awkwardly going to bounce in front of someone. I imagine Hibs up and going to scoop that one clear. Celtic will try their best to retain it. Nice little touch for Johnston. The flick back's alright, but interesting one, Yang. Did the Capello ghost see your pass? Just fucking walk past you and ask for the ball? Why'd you pass it there, mate? I don't know what it is, but it seems like anytime we get into the final third, it's like their ability to football halves. Wasn't a pen, by the way. I thought it was stretching. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I said I kind of get why they never gave it. Why is it always Alice? I don't know what it is, man. They must just really not like the way Johnston just irradiates pure vibes. Like a man with pure joy in Scotland, can't he have that? Snap his fucking ankles now. Like, they could calm it a wee bit, that'd be nice, but the good news is that he's on his feet and running, and more importantly, he took a sacrificial hit to make sure that Hibs need to play the rest of this game with 10, and based on the last game against Hearts, they did not really kick on once they went down to 10. That ball's just kind of haphazardly thrown, and Celtic know that they have to go for this. This is as good as a chance to get goal difference back, to get 3 points on the board. That's a decent ball forward. If Maeda can get in front of his man, and he does get in front of his man, the shot is fucking wide again, man! There's only so many times I can sit here and take this shit before it gets fucking frustrating, but this is a joke. Second fucking time Maeda's put himself through one-on-one and he fucking can't even put it on target. It's a little bit better than the last attempt, but that is not saying much. Still a good fucking 3-4 feet wide of the post. Need to do better there, big man. That's fucking bad. Dude, do not let it be one of these games. That is already sitter number fucking 3. 2 of which have been missed by that man now. If you do not fucking score the next one, take him off. We're not doing this shit. We need fucking composure in front of the net, man. Not this inconsistent piss. You need to be better than that, mate. With all due respect. Love my head to death as well, man. That's why it's so frustrating. Every other fucking game you'd put that in. But it seems if we don't fucking score, that ability to break the initial duck is just not there. You know, if we get a first one, the rest will fucking flow like water. But until that point, it's this stagnant shite where we just cannot fucking show any sort of consistency up front. Ball whipped into the box, it's half-hearted at best, but should bounce back to Trusty after a few bobbles. There we go, McGregor gets it from him, and towards Scales. He'll look for a quick pass out towards Tenecte. Tierney's there on the inside if he needs him, but the Tunisian will just run at his man. Nice little cut inside, the ball in isn't half bad! And somehow manages to get over everyone towards the back. He kind of comes off a Yang apparently for a goal kick as well to make it even more great. Doesn't matter. I mean, I get your point, Virgil, at the sum token, right? You don't expect a centre back to be scoring screamers, but you expect a fucking left winger to be able to at least get it on target from inside the box. Especially when he gets that touch away for the defender, it should be pretty straightforward to at least make the keeper work. If it hits it even straight at Smith, at least it's a shot on target, but nope. It's just block shots, block shot, shot miles off target, block shot, shot miles off target. We've not really made the goalkeeper work. Need to get that clear-cut chance, man, for the fucking sake of their sanity. Which is ironic to say, considering the fact we've already had like fucking 4 of them. So it'd be nice if we could take one. It's going to be one of those frustrating ones for sure. We should still win this game based on the way things have unfolded so far, but we're going to make it tough for ourselves, it seems. I said goal difference could genuinely be a factor here. The boys should be aware of this, man. Scales. Nice ball out to space. Got to shift it a bit quicker than that. The ball ends half-hearted at best again. It's Bashiri that gets on the end of that one, and again to kind of get the second rebound clearance away as well. Trusty's just going to pop that back to Sinisalo. Sonny sends it to Scales. Let's see where we go with this one. Let's run it forward, boys. Well, it came off Young last, it wouldn't have been a corner, Chief. Well, I'm presuming it didn't come off Young last. That's a good ball. That's your pass. Actually, not that bad, depending on where it bounces to the feet of a man called Tenecte. Please get a shot away. Spilled! Oh, that's a good... at least there's a shot on target, but again, of fucking course, every goalkeeper always decides to fucking play godlike against us. How did he get to that one? It's a great save by Smith, give him credit. Spills back out and no one's quick enough to react, and Hibs kind of scamper it away, but once again another big chance goes fucking missing. Tenecte runs it at his man. Come on, boys. This is better for yous. Tierney cuts it back towards Scales, basically on a full court press now. Everyone's, with the exception of goalkeeper, is in the final third. Trusty. Slightly, and I mean slightly, it's a majorly overhit pass. A goal is the fucking minimum we're hoping for at this point in time. It's not a bad shot for Negrin, to be fair, for the edge of the area. It's a good save for Smith. Does see it late through a sea of bodies, that's why that save's a bit impressive. But we need to show a bit more fight, man. We'll get one. Well, we definitely will. I mean, if we do not score at least one by the end of this match, it is a fucking affront to this football club, and every player on that pitch should just be transferred immediately for free. Like, with all due respect, man, it's from this point you should get at least 1 or 2. But the minimum is that we get 3 points. A goal before half time at the least. It'd just do good for my nails because we are missing way too many fucking easy chances for it to be funny now. The ball is into the box once again. McGregor shoots for range, takes a bounce off it. Another Hibs defender. I'm going to say that a lot this game, I feel. How many block shots have we fucking had already, man? It's genuinely more than most games. And we're 30 minutes into this one. There's got to be at least 4 minutes of added time in this half. I think you're probably right, Virtual, mate. Spot on. Between the VAR check and all that stuff. Maybe not 4, but at least 2 or 3 minimum. I respect it for Tenecti to go on the end of that. What? How's that not a corner? Right, okay, the referee's just fucking blind now as well as stupid. But did that come off it Tenecti or did it come off it? No, it's the Hibs player. That's another corner that we've just been denied. That's a bit silly, I've got to be honest now. Oh, that's Grant Hanley in the stands. Nice to see him, I suppose. One of the granddads of the Scotland national team that will be taken to America in the summer. At least if he gets picked anyway, probably should in form. That's a nice little steal in the midfield for Celtic, but the ball forwards lacklustre, to say it nicely. That's got to be a foul or at least offside, one of the two. There was a pull in the shot and tail there and he was offside anyway, so the flag goes up for that. The red VR check took 3 minutes. But they usually half that time. So like if someone goes down injured for 7 minutes, they'll add on about 3.5, 4 minutes. So that, and if we score, yeah, probably 4 minutes or so. There's another cross that's blocked by Hibs. Good hustling there for Johnston, just kind of backs up against his man to win the corner instead. I don't mind that at all. We've got some physical bodies in here that can cause some damage. Scales, Trusty, I mean even Johnston's alright on a header if he gets on the end of one. Got McGregor on his own at the edge of the box. We could have just played out there, but instead it goes all the way in, edge of the area. Tenecti will just probably pass that back. McGregor's got time and space. And Johnston picks his pass right out towards the far end of the pitch. It's going to be swung in again. And we do win the header, but Trusty was never really going to be doing much besides just kind of flick that one. It was very minimalistically a threat, to be honest. Not really sure what to make of this because we're dominating, playing the better stuff. Having shots, having chances, including really good ones. Can't fucking score anything though, for whatever reason. You either get the Maeda that plays like he did against St Mirren, or you get the fucking Maeda that plays like he does here, where it's just very little positive to say about him so far. I mean, good runs. But he's got to take one of these chances. That's a fucking excellent ball forward if he can get there. And he does, and the first thing he does, cross it into that fucking Hibs player, so deflects, it's another block. Well, it's a quick corner this time. Hibs are trying to complain about something. Not really sure what they're trying to complain about, but nonetheless, referee just tells them gag up and play on, trust it. But don't know if there's an off the ball incident or something, I genuinely have no fucking idea. Played into space. Maybe a shot for range to end comment. As a decent cracky. I mean, I respect that he went for it. Better at least. It's not on target, it's the theme of the fucking day, but do you know what? For there, at least it's something. It doesn't fucking get blocked at the very least. You know, we can smile about that, but fucking hell. For how little Hibs have had to do this match, it is kind of sad now. We really need to start getting the ball into the box and forcing the defenders to collapse in on themselves. Like a dying star, man. You need to put pressure on them. Any other team in the top 4 in this game would be at least 2 or 3 now. I mean, look at the fucking possession stats, man. 84% of the ball is in Celtic's favour. This tells you how one-sided this shit is. But Celtic cannot just get it on target for whatever fucking reason. That plus our goalkeeper's made one decent save, I suppose. That's a nice little dance into the box if we can force something. McGregor's just going to have to try and win the flick on, doesn't. Elding just wins that one. I think it's offside when this bounced back into play anyway, so Hibs will just get the fucking foul on that. Hibs laying down, yeah. I mean, they haven't necessarily laid down, but that's because they haven't fucking got up in the first place. Came out of this game and basically, I mean, yeah, Celtic have been dominating. Even before the red card, they have not done anything of note, but since the red card, it's just been Celtic inside their half and them trying to buy fouls where they can, but I think most people are aware that this game should be in Celtic's favour. It's just a case of how many at this point. If Celtic don't get 3 points for this game, I have no idea what I'll honestly say at the end of the match if we don't. That's probably the nicest way to put it. But we're doing alright so far. Again, we just need to get that goal. The play is nice. The build-up play is pretty good at points. We've had probably 10-15 minute stints where we've been playing some silky shit, but the end product just isn't there. And in football, the only fucking thing that matters is the scoreline. Doesn't matter how sexy you play. Hearts are a prime example of that. You wouldn't say they're the best playing team this season, but they're top on points because they just get the fucking job done and score goals. Take a leaf out of their fucking book, Celtic, and get it across the line. Hibs go down try to win a foul there, but even in real time that just looked very soft. Celtic are just going to run it through it and see what happens. Young does well, gets to the byline, gets past his man, does really well there, but again, doesn't try and cross it. Why the fuck are you a winger if you're not going to try and lift the ball when you've got 5 Celtic bodies in the box, mate? No, pass it to the first Hibs guy you see. We got a corner for it, but fucking hell, man, it's just like the attack of awareness is not there at all, man. We need a fucking change at half time, like, for something, man. Get Forrest on the fucking pitch, maybe, because there is no direction at all for either winger right now. They're doing well to get into space and they're just not picking the right pass. That's a clever one. And then you leave it! Yeah, we definitely need to maybe consider making some changes at half time. I'm actually getting frustrated now. Please figure this the fuck out, lads. Pulling set piece routines off the fucking training pitch and you are failing to execute that. You surprised yourselves with that one? Fucking joke, lads. Come on. Please, Denecte. Simple pass. Just run it. Don't do anything stupid. For the love of fucking Christ, man. Nice ball into space, and again, just pips off a Hibs defender at the right time. Celtic still have it in the final third, though. Johnston. Nice ball into the... That's a lovely ball, actually, but where does it go? Backwards. Nygren puts into a great area. Where does it go? Nowhere, because it's fucking popped stupidly off his shin and he can't control a touch. Yous are panicking against 10-man fucking Hibs. What is going on here, man? Please. This is like training exercise type shit. You would expect... I have sat and watched Albion Rovers this season and they've shown more fucking attack of fight than this shit. Seriously, boys, with the amount of money yous are getting paid, fucking figure it out, man. Spineless ass performance. Need to get a goal. A few of them are sitting with their fucking heads down, man. It's so over. Please, you've got about 10 minutes of space to work with there. Please pick a pass. Does eventually. What's Nygren going to do? Fucking dances backwards. Doesn't try and move the ball quickly. Like, what's the point in trying to do quick pace play if you're going to just slow down once you get to the final third? Trusty's now shooting for range and it's straight at the goalkeeper. That's the best shot we've had today. That is the best shot we've had today, and it's a fucking half-arsed attempt from a fucking defender. Christ, lads, man, that's, I mean, fucking hell, these are the 2 easiest games we've got, by the way. We made Falkirk look way better than they were, and we're apparently making a Hibs side that has done nothing of note this game look convincingly okay at defending. Just because we're refusing to actually score goals. Tonight he's missing, well that's fucking true, man, which is depressing because at the start of the season he was one of the best. Here's McGregor from range and it's over the bar. I don't even need to fucking say anything anymore. These cunts can't fucking score. We're talking about how goal difference could be fucking crucial to win the league. These cunts are proving exactly why in real time why there is goal difference that could win Hearts this league. Fucking 20 odd chances you bare ends have had so far and not one has gone in. Fucking professionals, by the way. Seen better fucking quality finishing in Sunday League. That's why I'm a good Forest now. Honestly, Virtual, you're spot on. I think Forest would give us a bit more of a fucking direct runner, which is what we need right now. Because Hibs keep collapsing in on themselves, and Yang's aware of that. I mean, look where Yang is, right out towards the byline, trying to fucking do what he can. Tenecti's anchored like 3 feet off him either. He is on the wing this time though. Run at him. Don't do some... Yes, that's the Tenecti we know. At least trying to force the issue. That's better, big man. Do that, mate. And then we won't need to take you off. There's a corner kick for us. We need to do something, mate, man. Farrell, by the way. And it's the second time we've seen him actually beat his man this entire game without passing it back. Set piece 2B, swung in. It's our Belgian boy, let's see what it goes. Come on up. Up and away, McGregor from the edge. Tries to shoot. Guess what happens? Blocked by a Hibs player. Do you know it's like one of those like kids cartoon shows? Where it's like there's like a theme of the episode. Say it with me now, kids. It's blocked. Can you say it's blocked? But lads, please. For my fucking sanity, just do something. Get a goal. Give me something to smile about before half time. Like, we've played well, but again, if you can't score, then it's hard to say that we've played good. Chance creation, very, very... Oh, please, that's a big chance. Into space, there's the fucking goal! There's the goal, we needed it, we've got it! Is it offside? It's offside, fuck off, man. This is the only time I actually put it on target is half. You're kidding me. Of course, we're going to need to fucking have the bingo card to do every single thing before we score. Is he off? He is. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's actually a hard one to tell, but I think he is just off. It's close. I think it is, though. That's fucking irritating. They are checking it. It's very close. It's unbelievably close. It depends on the ball, because Maeda's like standing up like that, and Johnston's pass is just... It's... Do you know that Negrin goal against Aberdeen a few weeks back? That type of... Oh no, to be fair, actually, that angle makes it look like it's on. Please. Please, do not take this away from me. This would suck. What? Yeah, it's a goal. I thought it was... that was confused. The commentator threw me off guard right there. Fuck you, CBS. That's a... It's given. It's a goal. It's a goal, 100%. It stands. Johnston's played the ball onside. It's 100% confirmed. Goal given. We're leading. That's what we needed. He's onside and it's fucking close. Jesus Christ, you need to look. It's about that of space, by the way. Literally that amount of space. But the goal stands. Maeda's timed his run perfectly. Johnston's pass just about on. Oh, fuck me, yeah, in real time. That green light, oh my god, that is fucking close. But it stands. We've got the goal. We needed that before half time for sanity's sake. Go on, boys, kick on now. This is decent. We've got goal difference to fucking worry about now. Let's consider that. That's a brilliant ball, actually, and Tenecti's got a lovely runner overlapping. He could use that to cut inside. He does cut inside, out towards the edge of the area. Shot from the edge of the area, takes a bobble, it's blocked with, you know, children's TV show. Say it with me now, but it's a corner kick. A bit more fucking oomph about us already, though. Can we get a fucking second? That would be nice. A second before half time would be fucking brilliant. We've been the dominant team. It's hard to argue we don't deserve the lead. My Christ, we made it fucking difficult for ourselves. It's a really hard game to grade in that sense because can't really argue the way we've performed at all, but you still feel somewhat negative considering the fact how this is played out. That's a respectable-ish ball into the box, but it's just going to loop over everyone. You could tell as soon as it left his boot. Out behind for a goal kick for Hibs. Now we absolutely do need to capitalise. I'm not sure what it does table-wise in terms of goal difference. I think it puts us in respectable odds. Right, what would that put us behind? We're now 4 behind Hearts in goal difference and 7 behind Rangers. So yeah, goal difference is still a huge fucking factor in this match. Obviously, depending on what happens tomorrow, it could also be massive in that front as well. Best case scenario is that again, if we win this game, Rangers and Hearts draw. Celtic really need to go for this now, especially with only a few minutes left. I would imagine with that extra goal, as we said, virtual. Best case scenario is that we can get ourselves 4 extra minutes out of this half and maybe get an extra one on the board to spare our blushes a wee bit. Another really good ball into the box that just doesn't really go anywhere. We have spent genuinely about 80%. This cameraman's neck must be fucked just doing this the whole time. We played very solid, but it is a strange ass game because you feel frustrated at the lack of fucking goal scoring consistency. That has been the biggest flaw in this game by a fucking landslide. That's a good shot for range. It takes an awkward deflection and say it with me now. It's blocked. We go again. Played out any space. There's 3 additional minutes for those that are curious, by the way. Which honestly does seem about right. Now for 3 more, ideally. Hibs off the boil. They've certainly not really covered themselves in glory, I suppose. That's probably the nicest way to say it. Ball into the box is decent. Yang somehow manages to out-muscle his man and lose the header to himself at the same time. It's almost commendable. You have to respect it in his own ways. Well, fair enough. Oh, nice to see you, Rukin. I didn't even see you in chat there, bro. I don't know why that didn't pop up there. Will be well, my guy. Fact is, it's only 1-0 against 10 minutes. Kind of embarrassing. Yeah, feels a wee bit. Like we could have done more. I think that's probably the nicest way to say it. Like we're not pissed off at the performance because yeah, look, we know we're playing good stuff, but just really stale at times as well. So when we play good, we play great, but when we play bad, my god, is it noticeable. Like that's just a needlessly bad giveaway for skills. Like you have had nothing to do for quite literally 46 goddamn fucking minutes and you pass it straight to a Hibs player and give them a needless chance towards the end of the half because Tenecta has to bundle back and fill his man as well. If it was a trophy for red cards, Hibs would win it invincibly. I know, teams in green and white really do love red cards in the SPFL for whatever reason. So I've had a good number of them this year. I've had 2 in the last, well 3 technically in the last 2 games. And the worst part is they're all absolutely valid. Swung into the box from Hibs. Sinisalo pops the punch out, but not necessarily cleared by anyone. It's one of those, right? Ball's whipped into the box, takes a pop. Hibs do well to take it down. Whipped in on the overlap. That's up and awkward. Sinis, what you? Oh my fucking god! You're actually taking the fucking piss. They've just scored with their first chance of the game. Do you know how I was saying that goal difference is important? It's like our defenders have switched off. I knew as soon as Scales did that stupid miss pass, those cunts had fucking switched off. You think it's job done? Well, you think you score one shitty, scrappy wee goal and you think it's job fucking done. Well done, lads. Well fucking done indeed. Sinisalo's made an absolute fucking meal of that one. It's one apiece. I don't even know what to add to that. That's just horrible on all fucking fronts. Johnston does well enough to get something on it at the least, but he does the worst thing by putting it back into the 6-yard box rather than away from it. But the fucking recovery effort of Sinisalo is a howler of a mistake, man. That's Schmeichel all over, man. He just fucking, like, Trusty tries to header it, Sinisalo tries to punch through Trusty for whatever fucking reason. They both get in each other's way and it falls straight towards Newell, who has an easy time of tapping in. What the fuck is this? Excellent footballing ability, gentlemen. That is insane. There's minor claims for handball because it does kind of roll off the top end of there, but it comes off his leg first by the looks of it. It's a hard one. They're checking it. And apparently they're checking for possible offside as well. Where the fuck the offside is, I do not know, but I think the more reasonable check is the handball. Yeah, I mean, it does come off his hand. It's one of those. Like, it comes off the top of his shit hanging and then bounces off the top of his. I think that might be disallowed. Because it doesn't bounce in front of him to hit the half volley otherwise. Well, they've updated the VAR check for possible handball, so they fixed that at the fucking least, but this might take a minute or two. Story of the fucking season, yeah, it feels like it, isn't it? Even if this does get disallowed, ridiculous that it was even allowed to get fucking close to happening in the first place. Sinisalo needs to wake the fuck up. Because that was poor. Having words with the referee, I think it might be getting disallowed. But again, we don't know. It does, like, it changes, as Watchal just said in chat, that's why I'm thinking it should be disallowed. He's trying to say it comes off his side, mate, in the replay it's fucking obvious it does not. What? That stands? Alright, fair enough, I guess. They'll do everything, and I mean anything to make sure that we get fucked over, I suppose. There's another one. Randomly, that stands. It's a handball. Doesn't matter. Apparently. That's incredible. Apparently you're just allowed to do that. Understood. Well, there's half time. I don't even know what to fucking say. Apparently they just get decisions wrong now as well. I mean, it's a handball. If it doesn't fucking use his hand, it doesn't bobble in front of him to shoot. But that doesn't matter because it's against us, and if it's against us, that only benefits a certain fucking goddamn association. Go and fuck yourselves, you fucking pricks, man. What do you mean? Dude, even the commentators are a bit baffled by that one. That should tell you all you need to know. Like, it comes off his fucking hand. But different rules. Was the highlights from that penalty shoot because this is the full decision they fucked up now. Honestly, I think they just need to sack a lot of the SFA referees off, man. Restructure the whole fucking thing because apparently you're just allowed to Thierry Henry against Ireland if you really need to and get away with it. Like, I don't even think some Hibs fans are going to genuinely be like, oh no, that goal should have stood. It's a fucking clear handball. In real time, it looked like it came off his midriff. It looked like it bounced off his side, so in real time you're like, alright, fair enough. But when you see the replay back, it rolls off his fucking hand. Like, it literally rolls off of it, bounces in front of him so that he can tee it up for the volley. If it just bounces off his midriff and doesn't hit his hand, it's just bouncing off him and going that way. It's just bouncing away from him. But because he redirects it, it bounces in front of him instead, and apparently that's allowed. I don't understand the league's rules at all. They change it week to week, and it always seems to be to favour specific teams against specific teams. I'm getting a bit fucking stale about this now because you feel like you're repeating this point every few fucking match days. But how is it one set of rules for one team and a different set for another? That is a clear handball, no disallowed goal. But we've seen numerous times goals get fucking penalties being given for handball calls and all that shit, no bother at all, even though they're not even close to handballs. The consistency is dumb. Nah, it's one of those ones, Flash. Like, you just kind of go, fair enough, it is what it is. Of course, they fucking managed to find a way. But I guarantee you that if there is similar shit like that happens in tomorrow's game, oh, they will fucking not even think about it, man. Different strokes for different folks, mate, that's the best way to say it. They'll do whatever they can to make sure that, I mean, this is what I'll find funny. You'll have Rangers and Hearts fans saying that the SFA have done everything in their power to make sure that Celtic get favoured. Explain that then. Just straight up, fuck yourself. That's the same as the last, mate. Like, it seems to be against the Edinburgh clubs, if you think about it, right? Last game against Hibs, Trusty gets red carded for fuck all, for no reason whatsoever, basically, because a Hibs player gets in his face and he reacts. It's a red card for Trusty. This game, that. The last two games against Hearts have been cheesed through random bullshit decisions, whether that be red card or fucking random just shithousery for the referees to do whatever they can to fucking favour another team. That's another example of that. It's just stale. I get fucking annoyed when it, like, again, if they're consistent across the whole season, fair enough. But I mean, dude, it is a clear and obvious hand fucking ball. There's no other way to summarise it, man. It's pathetic, but that is what it is. I'm just going to see if I can... Let's see what people are saying about it. Because I'm actually kind of curious to see if people are... Yeah, it seems that people are not very pleased about that call. Yep, I mean, most people are in agreement that the screenshots do not make it look any better. If you go onto Twitter and look at the call, you'll see just how absolutely fucking bad it is. Dude, it's a handball. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it. That's me being as polite about it as possible. I mean, Jesus Christ, if that doesn't summarise it, that's Noel's reaction when the goal was given. Even he was fucking baffled by that shit, you know what I mean? I'm seeing if I can get like a non-blurry ass screenshot, because they're all miserably bad, to be honest. Yeah, bad call. See if I can get like a... Dude, it's handball. Not the way to say it, but we move, right? Again, we're used to the fucking... Look, we need to remember, right, whenever it's Celtic Football Club, it's never 11 versus 11, right? It's more or less 12 versus 11. So now that the game's been evened up at 11 versus 11, we should probably have a chance to still win this game comfortably. But fuck me, is it won't. That's so frustrating in a lot of ways. Even Chris Boy saying it's a handball, and that's literally like I'm looking at it like from every angle to be like, is there a reason why it could be like misconstrued? But like I don't know if I can get like a decent screenshot of it. Yeah, dude. See if I can get the pause right on that fucking frame, because if I can, then it makes it so believably obvious. Right. All I need to say, I don't know if you can see that, if you can or not, but that is apparently not a handball, and it gets worse if you play it on. I can't tap play in slow motion because then it goes into small screen, you can't see shit, but it rolls down his arm from there. That, how the fuck that isn't a handball is insane, but again, I guess it's just specific rules for specific teams on specific days, and it always just conveniently involves us getting fucking cunted for whatever reason possible. But we move, right? I suppose that's fucking fine, right? We're used to getting cheesed. But that's a piss rip. I'm sorry, like I was already annoyed. Like I was genuinely already frustrated. But that like it's just the sheer like. You have an entire room of grown ass men looking at that and going, yeah, no, that's valid. Give that as a goal, man. Like when you have fucking Douglas Ross as your god, like that tells you all you need to know. Man has tried everything in his power to make sure this game is somehow still fucking level and somehow it's achieved. Give him credit where it's due, man. It's a crazy game. No, it's just stupid and ruined by one fucking really dumbass call because they don't have eyes. Made shit, they spent like 2.5 minutes checking to see if Maeda was onside, even though the first literal fucking reverse angle showed that, yeah, he's quite comfortably onside. But they still took a minute and a half to VAR that shit. But Newell gets a handball call, 30 seconds at best with them doing this, and then it's, play on by the way. We don't need to actually go and look at the monitor. What the fuck are they talking about? They went and looked at the monitor for the red card for McGrath, but they don't send them in the monitor for a clear and obvious, hey, by the way, that rolled off his arm. That's what I'm saying, the picture of Newell, like, if you go back into the VOD like 5 minutes beforehand, like Newell's literally like, that's a goal, fucking yeah. He basically runs back to the halfway line, like, but we'll take that, fucking goal boys, before it's checked again. They have bluffed it, and I tell you right now, if that is what causes us to lose the fucking title, I tell you right now, there's going to be some interesting letters being sent. Because I'm telling you now, if I'm the fucking manager of Celtic Football Club and I watch that shit, I don't give a crap, man. End of the game, I'm scudding that referee, cleaning the fucking head and getting my money's worth out of it. You fucking kidding me? I want to clarify, I'm saying that sarcastically. Police do not, but you get where I'm coming from, man. Like, if they want to lose their jobs, they're going in the fucking worst possible way about it. Because that is just bad. It's like, it's bad. Even if you're a Rangers fan and you're blue tinted to fuck, you look at that call and you try and genuinely convince me that that's not a handball. Then fair enough. But even Hearts fans are tweeting about how lucky that Hibs have got there. That should tell you. Because they're our main fucking rivals for the title right now. Yeah, and I mean, as you just said there, I mean, if Chris Boyd, the biggest bear there is, basically fucking is telling you it's a handball, it's a handball. But either way, we should have still defended it. So it's one of those, right? It's like karma for being shit. But all I'm saying is that we better get that luck next week when we get like a really obvious. Like fuck it, next week when it's here, right in the peak 95th minute of the goddamn Glasgow derby, Dyson Maeda catches the ball, runs through and fucking throws it into the net, but because of the SFA's ruling on handballs, that's not because you're allowed to do that apparently, especially if it's a crunch match for one of the top 3 sides, so it's perfect. Pricks. Fucking swear to God, man, this is why we're never taken seriously as a fucking professional league, because we don't even have professional referees. A fucking child could be put in front of VAR and make a more cohesive decision than that. Like, what were they even talking about? What are they going to have for fucking lunch afterwards? Silly sausage syndrome. I suppose if we score 2, then the goal, the score prediction being right 2 match days in a row would be balling, but that's going to take the wind out of our sails, man. Because, I mean, pretty sure that was literally their first shot. Well, their second shot, because the first one deflected on the way down, and then the other shot went in. Bro. This game is stupid. I do not like it sometimes. It's so fucking dumb, but we move. We have to just go with it, I suppose. Oh yeah, I mean, while we're on a little break, if you want to consider subscribing or whatever, that'd be very nice and very cool of you. If you're already subscribed there, just leave a like on the stream. It's the best thing you can do to help us out. There'll be a fucking thing coming away. No, there'll be a thing going their way, because there'll be an investigation opened into this entire fucking league's refereeing system. And I feel like a few teams would actually jump aboard on that. If Celtic genuinely went, hey, we're going to investigate every really fucked up decision you've made this season for every team, the SFA would crumble immediately, because you wouldn't have shit to say. That's why they do the end of the month reviews, so that they can try and justify their shitty decision making, but very rarely does anyone actually agree with them. Most of the time it comes down to them being like, oh, we think it is. So it's like, right, cool, you're doing what a woman does then. Stop using your fucking feelings and start using the fucking facts. Look with your eyes, look at the screen and see what's on it. Use that to make your decision rather than your fucking heart. Christ above, man, it's basic shit. If I'm getting paid fucking 40 grand a year to look at some fucking screens and make a call, I'm making the call correctly. Right, cunts in America do it in the NFL all the time, or during baseball, during live practice or batting things, like when they do the, at-bat challenges. They literally have cunts that review this shit in 30 seconds and they're done and moved on instantly. Like an on-call review type thing, but in fucking SPFL, it's just so unbelievably poorly managed. Celtic just need to put it to bed in the second fucking half. Like, we knew that there was going to be something that went wrong today, because it always seems to fucking happen. It's happened, right? That's worst case scenario. We've been fucked over by some bullshit ass call that should have been disallowed. That every other fan, including Rangers fans now apparently, have been like, yeah, no, that shouldn't have stood. What the fuck? But anything to make sure that Celtic get fucked over, because we're the only ones that actually tell the SFA to go and fuck themselves. Dumb as hell. Only team this benefits is Hearts, ironically enough. Good for the neutral to make sure there's a title race, make sure there's more fucking viewership and all that stuff in the final few days. Totally not inconspicuous whatsoever. But we need to go. We need to score. Simple as that. There are some changes for us. This is the thing that I fucking hate, because part of me, like, I play a sarcastic character, right? That's why people call me Kaz, because, like, I'm meant to be playing like a pure, like, eccentric Celtic fan to a degree. But, like, the real part of me is genuinely frustrated now as well. That's why I'm not even, like, putting on, like, the, oh, for fuck's sake type, like, act. It's more like a... I'm genuinely just confused about how this game has gone, to be honest with you. Like, I've seen some stupid shit in my time. This is a prime example of that. But second half has kicked off. Hopefully we can kick a few balls into the net and kick on for there, but the first thing that happens is Hibs try to get into the box. They've been bundled over, they'll try to claim for a foul immediately, but of course they're going to do that 30 fucking seconds into the half. We need to do what we did in the first half, extra time against St Mirren. Just pop the fuck off and go for it. There is no point in trying to worry about anything else, right? Just stick at it, go for it, go for blood, get a few fucking goals early on and you kick on for there. You can literally wipe out that mistake for the referees. We had one or two well-timed chances ourselves. Also, on that same side, let's see if he gets the offside decision as accurate now as it's frequent. Well, let's see, there's indeed in it. That's okay. Like, I'm sorry, but you know that Hibs are going to start diving every 10 fucking seconds, but that, like, dude, we're a minute in and they've done it twice. Did he even get fouled? No, he just falls over because he knows he's going to lose the ball. Fair enough, referee. They're really trying their best, give them fucking credit, man. If only they put that much effort into actually being a good fucking team. Maybe they could have done something this season. Let's see where Hibs are going to swing this one. I'm going to go long because there is literally no other alternative. So to just pop it back to Sinisalo, and this time he doesn't fuck it, thankfully. That's a nice little kill for McGregor. Oh, now you just want to claim handball. Ah, that's fucking cute, boys. Shut the fuck up and move on. It came off his chest anyway. Let's see where we go with this one. Run forward, nice little plenty space. Scales, pops it across. You need to have a fucking second half from heaven, Scales, because your first half was miserable. Fucking new contract and you're making mistakes in your games. Like, that's how you end up on the bench for the rest of your time, mate. Switched out to Trusty. Get a little shift inside, you got to move it with a bit more purpose than that, Johnston. That's okay, well there's a clip on the edge as well, that's going to be a yellow card. Like, bro, you just fucking body checked him, an absolute belter there. Arms out, catches Yang, that's a pretty straightforward foul. And the arguments with the calibre of the chance that we've got here, it's right on the edge of that box in swinger type territory. Nah, it just goes for like a snatch and grab, it's not like a deliberate attempt to claw his eyes or anything. What the fuck is... Just get that Belgian bastard off the pitch. Like, seriously, what the fuck was that, man? You had one guy in the wall and you fucking hit him? Are you even fucking trying, man? Like, I'm sorry, there must be something going on behind fucking closed doors. Like, there's no way you are just deliberately choosing to be this pathetic, right? Like, come on to fucking Christ now, boys. Like, choked my fucking juice when I seen that shit. Like, that was the worst free kick I've seen probably... I mean, I was going to say this game, but it's hard to argue with that. I don't think we have hit a free kick that's not hit the Hibs wall. Trying to move it with a bit of purpose. Come on, but that's got to be a foul. Surely, yes, there we go. In a pretty decent area for Negrin as well. Do not hit it into the fucking wall again. Please get it over it or just play it after the side for a shot. We're not doing this shit where we're just hitting into the wall every 2 minutes. That is a foul. He does get tripped on the back of his ankle there. It's in that area where we can do some damage. 11 million quid, yep. We get a guy who has not been very consistent. Let's just say as it is this game. You can basically say that for everyone on this fucking pitch. With the exception of maybe McGregor, because at least he's trying to go for long range passes and most of them are actually working. He's having a good game. Can't say much else for the rest of them so far. Negrin from range. Hits the fucking wall again. It is insane how... Oh my fucking god, man. Like, I'm sorry, but this is genuinely just bad now. Like, I'm not even trying to be sarcastic. Yous are just shit. What the fuck is that again for the, what, 5th time in a row? Right into the wall. Don't even try and get it over it. It's like yous are just... Yous have already got paid for the weeks yous have checked out. Please, for the love of God, boys. Like, we need something. Cross into the box. Over everyone, edge of the area. Here is McGregor. Tries his best to get the shot away. It takes a slight deflection, but Smith reaction time. And gets down on it comfortably enough. But again, case in point, McGregor seems to be the only one that's fucking trying anything to be positive. The rest of them are side-to-siding it. Or hitting it into the wall of the first Hibs player they see. And it sucks because you know if we get that one decent passage of fucking play, Celtic will switch on and the team will start playing like absolute gods again. But their confidence, like we said, has been knocked at the end of that first half with that just silly call for the referee to let that goal stand. But we have to fucking shift it, sent forward. Kind of, but shouldn't have cut it back there, but nonetheless it's fine if we can keep the ball and move it fast anyway. Played safely across towards Trusty in the end. That I agree with. Should be like a commission-based thing. You get 20% of your base wage set, and then anything on top of that's a good ball into space. Please get something off of this. It's into another fucking block. I am sick and fucking tired of saying the same fucking sentence every 10. Corner kicks taken quickly. Please just don't hit someone that's green and white collared again, please. I mean, we do well to maintain it, but that was an awkward 1-2, and that pass is fucking miserable as well. You can't even pass 3 yards without making it seem like a fucking slog, man. You'd think Hibs were the ones that were playing with the extra man right now. It's just not that good. If there's a draw, who do you want to win tomorrow, Kaz? Nobody. Rather they all draw. Nothing changes, and we know what we need to do next week. Gotta show a fucking spark, lads. Some sign of life at least. Yang. Overhits the pass. Like, what the... Bro! What the fuck is... I'm sorry, but that's just allowed. Negrin gets absolutely body checked. Maeda has every right to be like, hey, why the fuck are you doing that? And why is there no call? You're just allowed to do that. Apparently, you're allowed to handle it in the other team's box, and you're allowed to just bundle a motherfucker over for no reason. Yeah, no, Maeda has a right to be really fucking annoyed there. I do not blame him whatsoever. He's just watching Negrin get absolutely fucking floored for no reason, but he's more than happy to card Maeda for that as well. Like, dude isn't trying to get on the ball. How is that not getting checked as well by the... It's a two-handed push. How is he getting away with that shit? He just gives up on the ball and start. I'm going to go and fucking attack Negrin instead. Nothing given, by the way. In fact, we get carded for it. Where the fuck is the goddamn consistency, Reth? If you're booking a fucking player... This league is just, this fucking hell, I'm glad this is wrapped up for me at the end of this shit, man. Oh, it's a shame, because my granddad's spot on. The thing that will kill your love for football isn't football, it's everything that fucking surrounds it. It's never the sport, it's the sacks of shit that run it. No fucking call, no, not even a check for a two-handed push. It's so... This league's a fucking joke. I mean, no disrespect to him, David, but if we don't win here today, we don't deserve to win the fucking title. Straight up. Ball into the box, somehow Yang misses it. I fucking hate this cunt as well, man. Like, yous are just genuinely depressing bastards to watch at times. How do you just, like... just react fucking at any point? You had 2-3 seconds to see where that was going, and you wait until the last millisecond to try and dart for it, man. Like, get him off, get a few of them off, get like, just substitute the whole fucking team at this point. Minus McGregor, he's the only one I feel bad for because he's the only one that's fucking trying. Apparently Negrin can get bundled and pushed over, no penalty given. Maeda can get pushed and tripped by the goalkeeper, nothing given. But Hibs can handball it in our box and quite literally tee themselves up to volley it and nothing. Ball played out to the side, and somehow they messed that one up. Fair enough, we'll get a throw in the halfway line. Nah, Skills was booked up. My bad, I thought it was Maeda, to be honest. He was the one that was kind of in amongst it with the rest of them, so I just presumed it was them. even if we win this game, I am not happy with this performance in the fucking slightest. This has been depressingly just bad. It's exposed every flaw that this league has, that this team has. It's like a microcosm what's wrong in Scottish football basically right now. Jan gets to the byline, does well to get out any space, but it's popped up and away. Yeah, we do really need a kick up the arse, that's the absolute minimum. Again, Hibs are just allowed to fucking grab and pull us, nothing's ever given. Connected, cuts it back, whipped into space, clear the way. Hibs will pop up and get it down, and they'll try and do that classic thing where they'll run towards the byline and then just pass it into space, try to get something on it. We're going to retain that calm enough. Hibs are playing for Edinburgh against Glasgow. Are they fuck? They're not even playing football. The referees are the only reason they're in this game. Saying Edinburgh versus Glasgow, it's not. It's Glasgow against the fucking SFA. We all know this. Celtic and Rangers have both been fucked over numerous times by these cunts every single match day. At least once or twice there's been some dodgy ass decisions go against both Glasgow teams. Meanwhile, conveniently Hibs and fucking Hearts get this shit go their way. I mean, sure, Hibs have been fucked over with some Reds, but that's because they're genuinely just a very aggressive physical side that take a lot of risks. But Hearts have been handed points too. It's just really frustrating. And speaking of frustrating, the Atenete is no end product. He might be a change worth considering for sure. That's the best way to summarise this league this season, and the only thing that's been consistent about it is the inconsistencies. It's honestly why I've opted to not watch one or two matches and just take breaks every now and then, because football's meant to be decent for your mental health. Like, I'm a Scotland fan, I'm used to watching a team that I love get fucking hammered. I can accept losing, but there's a way, right? There's like a way that you need to lose for it to be like, alright, fair enough. But when it feels like everything's teed up against you for whatever reason, it's just frustrating as shit. We've had a few horrible calls, and this game has had a few of them. 2 potential penalty checks, neither of one called, and obviously a handball goal for Newell that just doesn't get checked at all, really. They have like a 30-second stand in the middle of the circle and review it, but they don't go to the monitor and look, which if he did, I think he would have had a different opinion. We do have a throw-in right on the, well, right in line with the box, I should say. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just, you know, I'm not going to be the type of motherfucker that's all like conspiracy, the SFA have rigged the league so the Hearts can win it, because I don't believe it's that. But it's just, the inconsistency is very fucking noticeable, and if they do not change and overhaul it for next season, it's only going to get worse. Like every fan says, and not just Celtic and Rangers, that this league's a fucking joke. There's a shot for range for Tierney, but nowhere near the target. I don't even know what the fuck he's trying. Get Sriracha on as well, fuck it. Looks like we're making changes in 2 that are very good to see, actually. McCowan, thank fuck, in Forest. Get Tenecte the fuck off that pitch. Now the cunt has been useless for 60 odd minutes and then some. At least with Forest we have a direct runner that can hit a low cross that's actually half accurate. And it sucks because I'm not mad at the way the team is playing, because we played fine. It's just 1 or 2 really crucial elements of the game we're missing right now, and they're the most crucial elements. Consistency up front and composure at the back. Nice little move there for Celtic, that's calm. Popped into space, how's your control? That's awkward. He tried to go on the end of that one, it was always going to be too much to ask for Maeda, but I respect him for trying at least. Sitting up and away. Well, I think we can talk that. Well, we can put the whole conversation about goal difference completely out the fucking window because we'll be lucky if we even just get another goal. I mean, what are the stats saying on live score? Let me take a fucking gander and see. Oh, fucking Christ, yeah, 11 block shots, 7 shots off target, 4 on target though. What an attacking display from us. Bunch of fucking wankers, man. How's the match going? We're performing well. Yeah, I mean, well, minus the one crucial element of finishing. That's why we're making some attacking changes to try and get some new, fresh, unique angles, I guess. Maybe a new approach entirely, but Forrest is on. And honestly, thank fuck it. Why is Johnston the change? Oh god, man, O'Neill didn't fucking get enough rest last night. Why is McCowan coming? Are we going for a full court press? Is it 3 at the back then, I'm guessing? Is McCowan just going to be acting as an extra anchor? I'm presuming that's what this is, right? I guess we'll need to see where McCowan, yeah, like, slots on. Because it seems like he'll be funneling into that space. So I feel like Celtic are going to push with a 3 at the back and then have him as an anchor running in behind. Can I have like 3 in the midfield with McCowan playing as in behind almost? Or maybe we'll push McGregor in behind. Well, I guess we'll see once we're out of the shape. Need to defend ourselves for this first. Popped in and Sinisal should gather at Kamenov. Let's see what the shape is. Yep, seems to be that way. McCowan playing flat along that back end on the right hand side, so he'll be acting basically as a funnel runner. So it's going to be that 3 at the back type of approach, or more or less McGregor being that anchor, and McCowan will be playing off that right hand side. Or the left, maybe, I'm not too sure. I suppose you can do that, have a free roamer in the middle. It's been the problem this season, lack of goals. Lack of heart and spirit and composure, lack of a lot of things. Lack of funding, lack of trust in the team. Lack of fan atmosphere, the whole fucking shebang. It's just not been good this entire season. Somehow we're still in the fight. That is a horrible touch for Negrin, Jesus Christ, lad. We do well, we do win it back in a great area. I thought it was going to be a foul. 9 times out of 10 they usually tend to beat. We have a throw in on the far side as a slight reprieve for our pressing actions. That's decent for Forrest to pull that back in time now. He was under some pressure. Nice little cut inside, please just get a shot away. He does get a shot away, takes a deflection, still in a dangerous area. Another block, fuck me, man. Take my blows because something. Are we good or not? 4.2, only eat something soon. Another corner kick to be had. Do I have anything that's close on hand that I can grab and snack on? I don't. Can't easily stand up and do something else now because we're is he onside there? Doesn't matter because the second pass is awful anyway. Get fucking. Why did we not take arm off for McCowan? Why didn't we just straight switch McCowan for fucking arm? Guy who's been next to useless. Like, McGregor is making moves, he's trying to pass the ball, he's trying to control the fucking team's flow from the back to the front. I can understand what he's doing. I don't get what the fucking point on is. He's just standing there half the time, and if the ball comes to him, his like a directive is to try and go for like an inside hook pass and hit the first man he sees. So the third time you've done that, big man, you need to fucking like either cut it inside and roll it across for another midfielder, or just accept that you're not fucking Maradona and stop trying to do the fancy shit. Just keep it on the deck. But 2/3 of this game have comfortably been and gone, and it's still 1 apiece. Celtic have very minimally impacted the second half, to be honest with you. Hibs are just doing what they can to frustrate us. That's a foul for us, 100. It comes off a Hibs player. Is yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. This is just 100% this fucking league. I mean, it comes after Hibs player, but of course they're fucking blind. The linesmen are just as blind as well. Bunch of fucking stale, spineless twats. Honestly, I'm half expecting us to score a goal and then they just give it to Hibs for the sake of it. This is how this game is fucking played so far. This is a team that's fighting out for the title. It just shows you the fucking standard of this league, man. The fall off is so severe. I've lost faith in how this club is run, but I still need to have faith in the fucking boys in the pitch. Please, just do something. Rather than running backwards for 10 fucking minutes straight, please. Thank you. Good ball forward, finally, fucking life. Finally just goes and keeps it on the deck. Thank you, big man. Forrest cuts it across. He might just try and force a shot. Guess what happens? Fucking blocked. Played out towards Tierney. He might have a crack for range. That's better, but it's into the hands of the goalkeeper. We're just same two things over and over again. This is going to get more frustrating as the game goes on. I mean, I respect Tierney, but again, the only shots we are getting at the goalkeeper is when our centre backs and left backs are shooting from outside the fucking box. Why is Sinisal even trying to run out there when you have two centre backs that are within 3 feet of it? And bro, just use your eyes. There's Yang taking a run at his man, try to see what he can do. That's... What the fuck? Sure. I guess that's just what Yang's going to be doing for the rest of this game. Shit pause. What is going on? Holy sh... There's just a different level of annoyance that comes with watching this team at times, but the fact that this is against the 10-man Hibs that have done nothing and had a goal fucking handed to them is pathetic. Seriously done. Even if we win this game and we go on to score 3 or 4 more, I don't think anyone's going to be looking at this and going, yeah, that was a great performance from us. And he actually was on for Yang, that's the other change. We finally have fucking done something or not. And immediately, that's a good ball behind. Please, do not fuck this. Maeda! Fuck's sake, get him! Oh, come on, man! What is your fucking deal, mate? He just panics. There's no other way to fucking sum it. He just forgets how to use his feet. I can't be arsed with this fucking team anymore, man. It's actually fucking dumb now. It's another sitter. It's another open fucking, like, you just get out on target, you force something, but no, he tries to fucking cut it back and pass. That's when you decide to try that shit. Ball in behind for Maeda. Whipped across, blocked by Hibs again, out for another corner kick. This team is just the fucking... So frustrating, man. Just watching us fucking day practice drills basically for fucking 80 minutes and we still can't even fucking win. Corner kick to be swung in. Need to show some type of fight. Keeper gets it, taps it over the top of the fucking bar. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm guessing you've just seen the Dyson chances. Not a glorious look. The corner kick in wasn't too bad. Keeper had taken a tap it over. Corner kick to be swung in. Why would you chase that there, please? Oh, that fucking walks out! It walks out well enough! We've got the goal! Kelechi Iheanacho, baby! I thought he fucked it with the first touch, but he just does enough! Thank you, Kelechi, mate! Striker instinct! We needed that! We fucking needed that! Thank you, big man! Watch the SFA do everything in their fucking power to cheese us here. Thank you fucking Christ! Oh, you beautiful Nigerian prince, you beautiful bastard, you. That's how you fucking finish a shot. Showing Maeda how it's done. Learn from it, mate! That's how you show composure! Just takes it on his chest and he has all the time in the world to pick his spot. Beautiful finish. Lovely composure. We lacked that for so fucking much of this game. Kelechi's on for 3 minutes and shows exactly why he should be a starting striker. O'Neill, learn now! Play him from the fucking start! I love you to death, mate, but we can't be starting Maeda every match if we have a striker that can do that every time he's brought off the bench. Play him from the get-go. You're not senile enough to fucking forget this performance because he has fucking carried us once again. Did it in the semi-final against fucking St Mirren. He's doing it for us here. Better. Do not fuck it. As you fucking said, Watchalong, man, instant impact. That is what we needed. It's the minimum we fucking deserve for this half so far. But I am not comfortable with it just being 2-1. We need that third. It'd be the weirdest way for my 3-1 prediction to happen because I thought it would have happened on a different ways. But I am not even reacting until there is until that whistle goes. I am not smiling at all, man. Literally, as Flash just fucking said. No reason to smile until this game is done, right? We should have fucking romped this game. And somehow it's just 2-1 and Hibs could still theoretically stab something out of this because all I'm expecting now is them to just get into the box and fall. Get a random penalty for nothing again. They've got Barlarsa on for Newell, so they've taken off their goal scorer. Took Yang off for 30 fucking seconds, instant fucking switch of play. I love Yang, but only when he's on the right hand side. Never play him on the left, he's horrible. And the first thing that we try and do is play around the back. Do not even fucking attempt it, you stupid pricks. Just run and stay attacking, that's what you do best. Not really the greatest ball for Nygren, but there's a lot of space in the midfield, so we should have time. Somehow that bounces. Oh, fuck's sake, Nygren, come on, Christ, man. Obviously, don't know this game could finish 2-1. I don't imagine they would. Realistically, a point would still keep them in the fight for fourth, but if we allow them to score again, not being convincing all against 10-man Hibs exactly, it's been very frustrating. Don't get me wrong, I can't fault the performance of the boys in a lot of aspects, right? I can't give them shit because they have played great, but we over the course of the next 5-6 days, we specifically need to work on defending shitty balls into the box, like those awkward deflected crosses, and we need to work on finishing. Like everything else is fine. The midfield attacking, fine. The passing between the lines, fine. The wing running, fine. Balls into the box, relatively fine. But our attacking and our fucking defending are just polar opposites, man. But Kelechi's came on, did what he's needed to do. That's a striker's impact right there, man. I'm fucking glad. But there's still time for us to make a mistake. And that's the issue. Nothing set in stone until we get that third. That's why I would prefer to get that as soon as possible. If we start playing around the back again, then it's only going to give them an incentive to draw themselves forward. Which could work, you know, you might get like them to commit in on the back line or something, but okay, fuck's sake, yeah, the stats have updated there. 27 shots, 6 on target. That is how ineffective we have been. Of course, that's a foul. Okay, fair enough, ref. I mean, it is a foul. I'm not going to argue. It's just frustrating that he had to pull on his shot. That was Ralston. Which makes me wonder why the fuck he wasn't just brought on in the first place. So I'm going to guess they'll push McCowan into Nygren's position and then just drop Ralston back into the natural position. So we're going back to the shape that we had before, which makes no sense. Like, we just changed the shape and scored, and now you want to go back to the old shape so that you can bring Ralston on. I get it's for fitness so that Nygren's got strength and fitness for next week. But we just changed the tactics specifically to score, to then go back to the same tactics that we couldn't score from for 70 minutes. Like, O'Neill, mate, come on. Like I said, I get it's early in the morning, but you should have got enough rest. My hope is that we don't get bought in the arse for that. It's an interesting choice, to say the least. I don't mind that Ralston's a solid enough defender, but I don't understand that, personally. I think it would have made more sense to just kind of go for more structural changes through the middle or something. Stress and a half, though. It's definitely one way to summarise it. Please consider subscribing for the suffering if you are new here. And the worst part is that every game gets harder for you. That is the stressful thing about this. We're into the box again. Oh, Hibs nearly scored an own goal. I thought it crept in. I thought Negwood tapped it in on the inside. Was it Negwood or was it Bashir? One of the two of them. It was Negwood. Kind of stuck his leg out, and Zag, for the reverse angle, doesn't look anywhere near as bad, to be honest. But I had to get something on it with the pressure that was mounting in the box for Celtic. They're pretty decent. Just go for this set piece and I can finally smile and give the boys praise for the things that they've done well today. But we spent so much of this game focusing on the attacking side of things that it's just very frustrating. There's another really awkward look cross that the keeper has to catch actually, but he deals with it fair enough. No, that's very kind of you. I'll put that in chat. Yeah, because the YouTube algorithm is stagnating a lot of live streamers. A lot of the meta that's came out recently has killed a lot of live viewers because they're pushing recommendeds onto the bigger channels now. Which is just severely fucking stupid. Because it means any up and coming streamer on YouTube, they have very little chance of actually being able to do much with that as a good ball into the box. Could have done a bit more weight, that's unlucky. So the goal for this season was that we needed that 2,000 for me to keep going next season in the capacity that we usually do, where we're covering multiple games a month. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm a realist in that sense. Wilding down and kind of grabbing the back of his leg, so I think they might be forced into making a change up front. Give the kid credit, he's up on his feet and trying. And the only thing you can really give in Hibs' credit is the fact they've not somehow conceded like 12 this game. If any other team comes to Easter Road and has this performance, they win by about fucking 6 to 7 goals easily. I mean, we genuinely missed about 4 in the first half actually, and we've missed 3 in the second. So yeah, in terms of like open sitters, like chances that we really should have scored, this could have genuinely been like 8-9-1. It's insane. This game is still as close as it is. It's done itself flash because it's killing a lot of the kind of what do you call it, trafficked viewers. So like, if you're on YouTube at a specific time in the day, like if you are watching sports stuff for instance, and if you're a Celtic fan and you go onto YouTube and it has like live recommendations, it will have like a Celtic State of Mind or Ryan118, like the big Celtic creators, but they won't recommend people like me anymore. That's really pretty much why it's so hard to grow. Like in the first year or two when that wasn't a thing, it was pretty fine. I had like a 1,000 subscribers pretty much within like 9 months. It was fast growth. But since that change has been introduced at the kind of midway point of last year, it has noticeably gotten stagnant. Hibs are going to go for range. If that went in, I would have fucking screamed. That is their first actual chance that they have manifested after their own work. It was not a bad shot for Scarlett, give him credit. Like I said, he was one of those bench options that could be a threat on loan for Spurs. Not too much time left in this one. But we do appreciate all the old godlets and shit, I should say. Those that have been part of this community for over a year or so now, they're very much appreciated. Anyone that even just watches every now and then is quite appreciated. That's a good little touch for any actually hold on chance for Celtic if we can move a bit quicker than this. Ralston and Forrest playing on that right hand side, man, it's basically the fucking, we used to play with that exact same right back and wire set up like 10 years ago. Oh, nice wee touch for Kelechi actually, that could open up lanes. Gets it out. Ralston, have a crack. Oh, he was, thought he was going to have a crack. Forrest, he does well, and he actually does brilliantly. His hold up play is so fucking good. T on the edge of the area, played out Maeda. Bit better for you, big man. That's a lot better for you, although it goes to Arn and the attack is immediately killed. I'm sorry to say this, but Arn has been very, very silly this game. He's had some good-ish moments, but it's just killed that attack with trying to be too fancy by not keeping it on the deck like we've asked him to do several fucking times now. You are not Andrea Pirlo, not even close. Stop trying it. Notice how every other player is keeping it on the fucking floor. Do the same, it's not that hard. Trusty. Obviously across for Scales, he'll just send that up the pitch. Nice little shimmy pass there for Tierney, but it'll be sent straight back to him. That's another little good pass. Here's Arn. There you go, keeps it on the ground and look what happens. We have a bombing chance forward. Played into space. That's a great dead pass from Ralston. The ball in. It's not bad for Forrest either. Well dealt with by Hibs. That's some actually really good defending. Doesn't do much else wrong there. If he doesn't actually get that touch, it's a pretty straightforward chance for us. We're still doing our best to hold up. That's not going to be a foul. It's just a good challenge for Hibs. And he actually tries to get his leg in the way, and that's just literally fucking thread ball right there. Nobody's really getting a touch on it, but it's still going forward nonetheless. Is one of those trophies each resembling the amount of times where I've nearly had a stroke this match? Because vibes. Although hope for a double right now is still very barely clinging to life. That's another good ball forward. Maeda, please. As much as I want to give him shit for that, I get what he was hoping Iniacho would do. Because I know Maeda himself would cut inside on his near man and try and get to that inside part of the 6-yard box, but Kelechi's old school. And speaking of old school strikers, he just clatters the fucking goalkeeper trying to go on the edge of the ball. I think there might be a card coming out for him, most likely, maybe at least a foul. Let's catch him late. I'm not really sure where I put this in the performance board, because in terms of making chances, we've been fucking brilliant. Controlled the ball, controlled the play, every aspect of that game. Brilliant. But you have to question the consistency of us up front. Because we've had numerous chances now. Over 30 shots this game, comfortably. 2 goals is not promising reading. And with the next game being against Rangers at Celtic Park, it's not as if they'll be watching this game and going, damn, we should be afraid, man, like, fuck me, that is a team that's going to hammer us, so we're going to have a tough time. They'll be watching this and going, lads, if we just, like, wait for them to fuck it up, we can just capitalise on their defensive errors and score. That's literally what they did this at Celtic Park in, like, January, right? Still a few minutes to see out here first. That's a good switch forward from Ralston under the pressure there. Turns out that switch was a masterclass for O'Neill, because Ralston's been a pretty good impact player since he's came on. There he is again, winning the ball. A little bit of a push there, fair bit there, but unless they give him the full for, throw in for Hibs, I should say, no full given. Hibs are going to try and get towards the byline here. Popped inside kind of half-heartedly, and Arm actually does the right thing. That's when you kind of take it off the ground, Arm, when it's to clear it. Not much time left for Hibs to get something out of this game if they want to, but I mean, it'd be very hard to say that they deserve anything besides a loss in this match. Thrown in with at least some gusto. It's actually really well thrown. It doesn't find anyone particularly threatening, and Celtic can clear the lines. Hibs will just get it, pop it back across and try and go again. Shiwa. We put under pressure for Dyson. Decent enough. Oh fucking hell, that's not exactly ideal. Do well win the ball back, sent forward to Kelechi. Okay, Kelechi, that's got to be a first mistake, mate. That's got to be said. It's allowed Hibs to get forward again. And Celtic kind of pop it up and away, just do not let that go out for a corner kick. Yep. Got to stay with your man there, Kelechi again. Just a bit of positional awareness. This is where Swanchara does a bit better work with the hold-up play. No way. Oh my god, I thought Hibs had fucking scored. I thought Soto had crept in behind and just been allowed a big chance. How the fuck he didn't get that on target is beyond me, but I've got to say that's a sitter for Hibs. Where the fuck trust he's marking thin air there? I don't know what he's doing. Scales has to try and run across to get on it late, and I think that in itself just does enough to make it a wee bit awkward for Soto to try and go straight towards goal with it. But case in point, this game is not done because our defenders forget how to defend 90% of the fucking time. So until this game is done, we cannot celebrate shit. We have been the better team by a fucking landslide, but it doesn't mean anything in this sport. We've got to try and get another one for goal difference's sake, man. At least it's something. But we only improve our goal difference by 1, which is not exactly ideal given just how promising the start of this game could have been. It's genuinely frustrating. Ralston will just kind of pop that one forward as intended. Nice enough. Setting up in any spare. That's a good header. We can actually do something. Never mind, it's been stole back. All of a sudden Hibs have got some energy and they're trying to go for this. Well, I mean they were, but they just sent up the line and took a deflection. That's better for you, and that's a very calm pass. Four additional minutes to be played for those that are unaware. Doing okay so far to kind of stave this one off, but we again, I don't even know why I say anything, because it's just it'll be like instant fucking karma if I'm like, yeah, we should be good for here, and then we concede immediately. It has not been a good performance. Even if we get 3 points, that is the really only big positive for this game. There was some good attacking passages of play with, you know, the build-up play was quite nice for us this game, but it's been significantly marred by some lacklustre finishing ability, to put it nicely. I love my Eda to death, but he has been so past at this game, it's just not good enough. Granted, got the goal, but it's hard to miss from quite literally fucking 3 yards out with nothing but the net in front of you, so can't really speak too much on that. But Kelechi, thank fuck for him, he came on off the bench for Yang and within 2 minutes had scored. Well, okay, I guess it's a throw-in. Exactly, a flush, do not jinx it, brother. Halfway through additional time though. of course, Hibs are going to throw everyone forward here. It's a foul for them. I have a feeling this is last ditch effort. Arna's in the book, yellow card for him. Okay, one of the Hibs coaches getting some shit there, fair enough. No Rangers for there's not many people in charge just to begin with in general. It's just because it's an early kick-off and the game is quite easily accessible. That's a lovely ball into space. Let's see where Hibs go with this one. Thankfully they've stumbled at the fucking best time possible for us. We've kept it in play as well, that's good. And Tierney's just been wiped out for good measure. That's going to be a fucking card. And yellow comes out for Soto. Pretty straightforward now. Yeah, these are the two easier fixtures as well. That's kind of the disappointing aspect of this. It only gets harder for here. Obviously Rangers at home next week. Week after it's obviously Motherwell away, which has caused us problems before. We've had some cracking games at Fir Park over the years, and then of course the final match day would see us go up against Hearts with potentially everything to play for. You know, it's definitely an interesting one. What do you think your chances of winning the title are now? I'm still optimistic, but it's with a lot of caution. Like, I know realistically if we don't get anything besides a point for Rangers next week, it's more or less done, and that obviously depends on what happens tomorrow between Rangers and Hearts. If they two draw, then we know that we can draw against Rangers and still theoretically catch Hearts on the last day if we beat them. But we needed to get an extra goal or two the day for the sake of goal difference for that exact reason, and we have not capitalised whatsoever. We've got the job done, but that is basically about it. It's going to be sent forward and then Archie will chase this one. This will probably be the final chance of the game, to be honest with you. It's actually a really good ball, but the touch is lacklustre, to put it nicely, and Hibs will just dance out for the back here. We're on the referee's time now. And there is the whistle. We'll take it. It's not the best win. We'll take it. I mean, it gets a small yes. I think that's probably fair because, I mean, we'll take a late winner, I guess, I suppose. Kelechi coming in clutch, but it's not going to get a pure major one. You know, give him credit. I mean, the tactics were less than ideal today, but we did what we needed to do. So for the victory and for the win, even though it was a fucking stressful watch at times. Yes! Yes. Decent enough. We'll take it. I couldn't put a better myself in. Would have loved some more myself personally, but I mean, 3 points are 3 points. It keeps us just about alive. It was not comfortable at all, to be honest with you. I mean, even though the stats will pretty much say completely otherwise. Let me just have a gander. Yeah, I mean, they had 4 fucking shots the entire match and genuinely nearly scored right at the end of that game, and we had how many? Well, doesn't even include half chances. What's the match stats there? Jesus Christ, we had 32 shots. 32 fucking shots apparently, and 2 goals. So that means on average it takes us 16 attempts to score. I think if we beat Hearts and you Celtic will let nah. It's the same shit people were saying today about how Hibs will lie down to us, because if they obviously beat us, then, you know, if Rangers obviously lost to Hearts tomorrow, then they would have won the title. Nah, it's professional league, mate. Obviously that's you get fined for shit like that nowadays, and more importantly, your team supporters, I should say, would kick the living fuck out of you. So I don't imagine that would be a case at all, to be honest. Besides, Celtic will still be fighting out for second, I would imagine, right? They're still fighting out for decent positioning, and, you know, you get an extra round out of the playoffs as well for the Europa League. still a lot to play for even if you don't finish first. So I don't think it would be that case. Well, I mean, I'm not really sure what to make of that, to be honest with you. I'm happy enough with the performance, right? Like, again, it's not so much how we played that's the problem, it's just how we played up front. Because it was bad. We had some howlers, man. Like, I think Maeda on his own missed about 3 sitters. There was definitely 1 or 2 big chances Finnegan for the edge of the box. I mean, Skills had 1 or 2 opportunities for the edge of the area. Fucking Tierney as well. But a win is a win, right? Like, it's one of those, right? And yeah, as you said there, Flores, it's I don't think Martin O'Neill will be too pleased with it. He'll just be happy that the 3 points are on the board. I think a lot of us will be in the same kind of boat. Well, like, yeah, well, it's bad, you know, we certainly could have scored more than 2, but it's better than somehow fucking it and just not scoring at all in the second half, so we can be happy that we got the win. But I mean, you just think about the amount of chances that we had that game. We could have romped goal difference and put ourselves in a brilliant position, but we've only really closed the goal difference by 1, and if either team between Rangers and Hearts win tomorrow, their goal difference improves, or at the very least levels with us. If Hearts win 1-0, they're fine, essentially, in the same way that if Rangers win 1-0, their goal difference is basically fine as well, because it means Celtic would need to score in the last 3 games. If the Rangers are the one that we're fighting out for the title, we'd need minimum 8, and if we're fighting out against Hearts, we'd need to beat them at least, as it stands right now. If there's still a chance for Celtic to win the title on the final day, I should say, we would need to, by minimum, beat them by 3 goals, because goal difference right now plays at about 4 or 5, depending on what happens tomorrow. Like I said, obviously, if Rangers lose, then that's only going to get slightly tougher, and we'd need to probably win by 3 at least on the final day, which, again, we can't score fucking goals. It is evident we cannot score goals, especially in 90 minutes. Fuck, if that game goes to extra time, then maybe we score 25 of them in fucking 10 minutes, right? That's just the way we are as a team. But overall, definitely not the most positive performance. When you consider the fact that Hibs were down to 10 men, when you consider the fact that we had numerous chances in the first half to kill that game dead before they were even down to 10 men, it's disappointing that the end result is that it's just 2-1. But the SFA have dodged that bullet, because if this game did end as a draw, then there'd be a lot of questions over that handball call, and there will still be a lot of questions. I still am confused as fuck about that entire passage of play. How that was allowed to stand will baffle me to the end of time. It just shows, again, if any other non-Celtic fan ever wants to say, hey, you guys are getting the SFA backing you the whole week, they can fuck off with that, because they did everything, and I mean everything in their power. They spent 2.5 minutes trying to fucking disallow a Maeda goal that was quite clearly onside after the second angle, and they spent less than 40 seconds to check if Newell's clear handball was a handball, which it was, and they still fucking gave the goal anyway for whatever reason. I don't know if there was miscommunication between the VAR and the referee, or if they're generally just that bad at their jobs, but they allowed Hibs back into the game, and Celtic had to spend most of the second half just desperately trying to break through. I feel like if we got into half time and that was still 1-0, Celtic would have had a much more comfortable second half, and we probably would have scored 3 or 4, because there wouldn't have been that incentive and that like stressful, you need to score. It's more like, hey, if you can get an extra goal or 2 in the second half, brilliant. We win this game 3-0, that's good for goal difference, and we're laughing. But we were forced to be put under pressure again, because the referees can't do their fucking jobs. So you can give credit to Hibs, because they just did what they were meant to do, right? Frustrate us as much as possible with a team that was very limited, because again, they're down to a few men for the red cards in previous games, and their next match isn't going to be even fucking better now either, so that'll be fun for them. But overall, I don't think many of us will be disheartened by the performance, but disappointed would probably be the best way to put it. Like, most of us know that if the players were firing on all cylinders, we could have scored more than 5 today. And when you factor that in, it's like, right, at least we know Celtic have that ability, but they need to show it. And the next 3 games are going to be the biggest showcase to do that. If we cannot get it going in those 3 games, it is highly unlikely that we have the momentum to win the title based on the way we played. Because I get it, Hearts had a similar issue. They came to Easter Road and obviously 1-2 won quite late on because of a bunch of red cards that went against them. So Celtic and Hearts are in the same kind of vein. Well, they're not at their best, but they're getting the job done. So tomorrow's interesting because Rangers, they were better than Motherwell, but Motherwell just managed to beat them 3-2. So if they fuck it tomorrow, then it is basically a straight shootout between, you know, the kind of leading team in Edinburgh and the leading team in Glasgow, and it's an interesting one to see how it plays out. But best case scenario from now, if you want a little update before we wrap things up here, is based on the way things are shaped, you want Hibs to draw, because if they do, mathematically it means that even if Rangers kind of, you know, let's say beat us, then we're still kind of within that realm of we should be fine. But obviously that kind of comes in with a bunch of different factors. We don't want Hearts to win for obvious reasons, but we don't want Rangers to win either, so a draw is kind of, you know, that middle ground that you want. So that would be nice, I guess. But as it stands right now, we're kind of back on at least some type of level term. See, I'm not too worried about Hearts on the final day, in the sense of the fact that, like, again, if Celtic know what they need to do, they'll just see it as like a cup match, essentially, like go out, win, that's it, like do what we can. It will depend on a couple of different other, you know, factors for sure, but as long as we do what's needed over the next few matches, we should at least have that chance. Again, we just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow, because it could always make some interesting scenarios for how the title could line up. Again, if Hearts win, they're still 3 points ahead, but we're within that touching distance where we're fine, but it means that we would straight up need to beat Rangers next week. But if obviously if Rangers and Hearts draw, then it's not the worst, because if Rangers beat us, then, well, if Rangers beat us, then, you know, they're level with us on points, and goal difference comes into the factor, and obviously keep them running, but it's more so for if we fuck up next week and draw against Rangers and Hearts win, there's still that 3 point gap that could give us a major chance at kind of pipping them on the last day. As long as we're within 3 points of Hearts in the final day, that's pretty much all we can really ask for. But Rangers still have that chance to do damage, and if they win against Hearts tomorrow, then that game against Rangers next week is basically who wins the league, because Hearts at that point, they know that they're going to have to be pitch perfect, and they still have to play a Celtic team that would be going for the title on the final day. So Hearts, well, they'll know what they have to do realistically. They know that they'll have to get something out of that game, in the same way that Rangers know they'll need to get something out of that game. And sometimes when you have two teams that desperately need something out of a game, they can both collapse in on themselves. So a draw would be quite ideal for that sense. And it also, you know, gives us that extra 1 goal difference, so there's a slight positive to that as well, I suppose, if you want to look at it like that. But overall, not really the most gratifying situation to be in as a Celtic fan. It's pretty much either way, you're probably going to want to win the next game regardless, but at least we got the job done today as well. So happy enough, I guess. I suppose that's probably the best way to summarise it. I don't want to stay live for too much longer. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. I'll let you get off, enjoy the rest of your weekend as soon as possible. But if you've got any last second questions, feel free to throw them in chat while I pull up the music, or the outro music, I should say. Okay, thanks for that, Spotify. That's real cool. I suppose while it's done that, we can look at the next, because there it is, the next fixture. Big one. Next week on the 10th of May. So I'll leave that up there while I kind of get the rest of this sorted. Okay, why aren't you fucking playing? That's the question. Thank you. There we go. Problem solved. I think that's basically everything that needs to be covered and done. I don't know if we gained any subscribers or that. We can check that out before we wrap things up, just to be 100% sure. We gained one, I suppose. That's something in the very least. So thank you to that person, very kind of you. But thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along for the stream. Definitely one of the more stressful ones for sure. But we got the job done in the end. I mean, was not pretty, but Maida scored in the pretty much towards right at the end of the first half. It had to be checked for VAR to see if he was onside, but it was given after a kind of 2-minute check. But some very controversial situations led to Hibs getting their equalizer, let's just say that much. But we got the job done in the second half. Kelechi came off the bench to score a quite nice finish in the end, given the situation and circumstance, to make it 2-1, and from there Celtic just kind of ran it out. Obviously Hibs being down to 10 men was a pretty big factor into why that game was as comfortable as it was. But yeah, definitely as ever, pretty, not really. But Iheanacho seems like a good bloke. He's got a good head on his shoulders. It's just fitness that's been a problem. I think that's kind of been the main issue with him this season for us. And I mean, when he's looked fit, he's looked pretty good. So hopefully he can carry that form. Maybe he should get the nod for the next starting on probably the most important game, the most important Old Firm I could play in years. So it's definitely going to be an interesting one. But like I said, you're more than welcome to join us for that game. Of course, I'm not going to miss this one because it is quite literally the biggest fucking game we've had in time. But Celtic against Rangers next week on the 10th of May. If we win, we take Rangers out the title fight and keep pace with Hearts. If we lose, chances are you'd have to hand the title to the boys and the Jambos, unless obviously Rangers win tomorrow, in which case if they win next week, it throws up some interesting things for sure. But sure, that's everything that needs to be covered, so thank you very much for joining us, boys. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you indeed. As for your channel as always, well, thank you for watching as always, my guy. You just take it easy, and until then and until next time, Celtic are still the best goddamn team in the world. Catch you next time, boys. He'll help. Have a good one. And until then, thank Christ for that, man. At least we got the win, eh? Catch you after, boys. He'll and have a good one.